Garrett Blevins here with week 3, day 2 on the Kingpin-RTS split. Today I had quite a bit of volume just from these 4 movements, the 5 sets of 5 and 6 sets of 3 really added up alongside the Kingpin volume. This is I think my first set at 430 with low bar, and in this set I repositioned the computer to focus on depth. And I think I'm hitting depth, but it's just right at breaking parallel. And some of them, like that rep there, looks to be even right at parallel or above. Some are deeper than others. But in these, I'm trying to just go straight down in between my knees. And you'll see a different form that I try on my second set, where I break at my hips first. In this form, I have a lot less lower back involved. And you can see here I'm not using a belt. Then I decided to throw on my belt and try instead to unhinge at the hips first and then sink in. And my depth increases when I unhinge at the hips first quite a bit. I definitely get depth on these. However, as was pointed out to me by one of the people that watches my channel, my heels come up a little bit down at the bottom of my squats, especially in pause squats. And you can see that here as I really come forward into my quads and then shoot back. My hips kind of come back out of the hole a little bit and up. On some of the reps they come back more than others. I think if I can unhinge at the hips and then come directly back up, that'll be the optimal squatting form for me. And so it'll almost, my hips will arc backwards and then snap forward into the hole, and then I'll shoot straight up from there. And I think if I do that, I can put a lot of the pressure into my quads where I'm strongest, and it should work out. I then switched to the volume protocol with high bar squatting. I think this is some of my better high bar squatting with depth and with tightness. I can't remember where I read it. There was an article or a video posted about wearing belts with lower weights, and that there's actually more ab activation with the belt on because you're more conscious of your ab tightness. And so I think that I definitely get a good ab workout even when I am using the belt. I only put in one of the 8 sets of 3 for speed bench. It's pretty boring, and only one of the sets of 5 at 315. I've been working on getting my grip close and felt that most of these reps here were good. I did end up dropping down a little bit at the last set. What I wanted to talk about today is the synergy of God's grace. And I was reminded today, I was talking with my wife actually, and we were discussing how our relationship with each other goes when we're depending on our own strength and our own ability, and how different it is when we look to God to enable us to be charitable, loving, respectful, considerate of each other. And I was just reminded that we really do need to be working with God and not just trying to do things on our own in some sort of legalistic manner where we try to accomplish the tasks we think we should do in our own ability. And it made me think about this passage. This is from John 15, where Jesus is talking about that he is the vine and we are the branches. And the branches are supposed to bear fruit. But the branches cannot bear fruit if they are not plugged into that vine. The nourishment, the ability to grow that fruit comes through the vine. It's a great agricultural metaphor to talk about how we need to be in relationship and connected, live, ongoing relationship with God. It's not just like you go to church on Sunday, you get plugged into the vine for an hour and hear a sermon, and then you separate from that vine and go out into the world, and now it's all on you, and you kind of got your power like you fill up a gas tank. And then you can go drive around on your own. Instead, like a branch, you got to stay plugged in. You don't pull away from the pump. You need that continual energy, that ongoing relationship to fuel the ability to bear good fruit, to bear the fruit of work that is the performance of the will of God. And I was thinking about that today and was reminded that I need to walk close to God, and He'll walk close to me. Blessings.